All right, welcome to the OFD podcast. I'm Sauce.
I'm Berkey.
And we are here with a very special guest, Harry Wilson. How are you, mate?
Very good, boys.
Just speaking to the mic there, big fella. Right into it. Lean right into it.
Yeah.
I'm a bit nervous, mate.
Yeah.
That's all right. We
Mate,
fucking...
lean into it like it's a fucking scrum for the Reds, big fella. Touch, pause, engage.
I don't push in them either, mate. So.
EP 25, we got you here, mate, and we got some provisions. We can't really touch on a few things, so it's going to be a G-rated podcast for all the shareholders out there. Can you handle that, Berkey?
Oh, I'll do my best, mate. There's a few things that I believe's off topic,
Yeah.
but if we bring them up, we'll bleep it.
Yeah, we'll bleep them. What's on your head?
Brand new merch.
Brand new merch.
Yeah.
Well, so this one's for you.
Yeah, can we debut
Yeah.
it? That's like getting a cap for Australia. There he is.
It's a bit too small for my big head. But
How's that compared to your baggy green? Your
Baggy
cap?
maroon.
yeah, it's definitely up there.
It's up there.
It's first ever pink cap, so I'll take it.
Is this a proud moment? What red cap number are you? Reds player.
I thought you were going to say Caxton number, but 1345, mate.
1345.
Fuck, they've gone through a
What
few.
about your Wallabies?
933
933. And Barbarians?
2467. No idea, mate.
How was that? How was that experience playing for the Barbars?
Mate, it was awesome. Like 6 weeks in Europe with a bunch of boys, and you got the training was 2 times a week. Encouraged to have a good few nights on the piss, which is always good fun, and we've met a few new Japanese boys over there, which was pretty cool.
Who was who'd you look up to over there that was a bit older?
Caden Neville was he was elite for the trip. He's 35 and
Doesn't give a shit.
no, he's 35 going on 21, and he was leading the boys all trip, and Jesus, good fun with him.
Yeah.
Who does he play for?
Plays for the Brumbies.
Oh, does he?
He was at the Reds, wasn't he?
Yeah, played probably I think 2016, 17.
Yeah. He's
here.
big lock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
massive.
Yeah.
So he's best on ground, was he?
Yeah. When he for him, I guess he has a young family and a lot on when he's in Australia. So when he doesn't have to wake up early each morning, he got to enjoy the trip, and he definitely led us around. We just followed him around.
He gets after it. Who was the coach of the Barbars? Is a man that's featured heavily on this potty, I think.
Jason Gilmore.
Wasn't Eddie the coach?
Oh,
I thought
Not
Eddie
when you were there.
Jones-
Not when you played.
No,
I was like, what? How's Jason Gilmore being on this?
I don't even know who he is.
There's a few different Barbars.
Coaches.
Yeah, there's a new coach every Barbars
Right.
trip. So
He does his homework, old Samuel.
Yeah, you can tell.
He does his homework on the Barbars coach.
I thought you told me Eddie Jones was Barbars coach this year.
He
he coached 1 week of Barbars, which I wasn't on that league.
Oh, right,
that was
okay.
more before the Wallabies.
he's
and-
unbelievable, eh?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we could go all day about that man, but we'll leave him alone for specific reasons. So you're on holidays now, big fella.
Yeah, mate. 2 weeks in at the moment. Kept it pretty low key so far, but gone up to Noosa.
Beautiful.
Yeah, nothing better than a few days up there at the surf club and all.
Ooh.
Shit. Okay, so you're going to get into your work at the Noosa Surfy this weekend.
Yeah, a few beers out on the deck, have some prawns.
Oh, no.
Nothing better, mate.
So if you're listening at Noosa, watch out for the big fella. He could be a tearaway.
Mate, what's your favourite beach in Australia?
Noosa.
There we go.
Yeah.
Mate, yeah. It is good.
Where do you reckon Coolum Beach would sit on your list of best beaches? Would it break the top 50?
Top 100, maybe.
This bloke to my right of me was carrying on
it's top
about
3.
the Coolum Beach last week on our app, and mate, you would have sworn he'd had about 7 techie shots before coming on here, because Coolum Beach, the more I think about it, is so shit.
You don't rate it.
No, I don't rate it at all.
Yeah.
You been?
Mate, never been, and that's for good reason.
You guys can go and get.
Righto, so how the Reds going to go this year, Will? So give us a little rundown on the squad. New coach, Thorny's not there. Who's in charge?
Big Les.
Yeah, Big Les Kiss.
Kissy.
He's been in now for a couple of months, and yeah, all the boys love him. He's obviously different. He's coached a fair bit for probably the last 20 odd years, and he's been pretty successful. And
overseas.
yeah, mostly
overseas. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he might have coached somewhere in Australia.
Yeah.
He's been at London Irish, where he was pretty successful. Got them from Div 2 to Div 1, and then to the top 4 before they went bankrupt. So,
Oh, really?
yeah, so he would still be there if they didn't go bankrupt. So we got a bit lucky there, I guess. But yeah, they've got a few good new signings. Obviously, we've lost a few good players too. In Taniela, Dane Zander, the great man,
Where's Dizzy gone?
going over to America.
Oh, I didn't know that. Are you serious?
So there you go, breaking news for
Yeah,
the
Mate,
the
I did not know.
shareholders.
Is that for real?
Yeah, pretty sure. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't.
Oh, mate, I'm going to miss him.
Oh, don't get me started.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss-
I miss Marfs.
Yeah.
Like when Marfy left, I was like when you boys come here, I'd be like, fucking, I kind of miss him. Like something's missing. And it's Marfy just in your ear, just.
So
you know.
we're not doing enough for you. You want Mark?
Hey, no.
He needs fresh cattle.
Yeah.
Wait, where's he playing? In the MLR? Is it Major League Rugby? Is that what it's called over there?
Yeah, no, I'm not sure what team he's playing over there, but it's maybe Miami or something. He's in a good
Oh,
spot,
man.
Jeez.
which he'll
Look
love.
out.
But yeah, the,
Look out.
the Caxton Hotel will be missing him.
Yeah.
Oh, big time.
Post Reds match.
Who's a young player on the up that the shareholders should keep their eye out in 2024?
I'd probably say Timmy Ryan, a young brothers footballer. If you watched a bit of Queensland Premier Rugby this year and I was under 20s,
He a winger?
yeah, winger.
Yeah.
He's very skinny and doesn't have much on him, but gee whiz, he throws his body around and he's quick and
Pretty sure I saw a game. It might have even been a semi-final or something. He scored like 3 or 4 tries. Yeah, like ridiculous. And I was like, who is this bloke? And he looks like you.
Really?
He's as skinny as you.
Big, fast,
Well,
agile,
You're obviously
That has a bit of heart.
not describing yourself. Mate,
ticker.
we got the brothers jersey behind you.
Yeah, I
Old-
want to
old
throw it in the
vintage-
bin.
Old vintage framed. What's it? What year does it? I don't know.
Throw
That's-
that filth in the bin,
It's
man.
the old school Canterbury like rugby school jersey
Yeah,
where you get your ragdolled in the neck. It's got the button.
the collar.
What's brothers mean to you, mate? You obviously you started playing there and then played there all your life as a junior and stuff. Or-
Don't make me vomit too before you give this answer.
No, well, when I moved to Brizzy when I was 10, I've been at Brothers ever since. And yeah, mate, I love it. I guess winning the Hospital Cup this year was probably my favourite rugby memory, to be honest. There's nothing better when you're playing with
Stixie.
Stixie, two-timer now.
Yeah.
The double champ.
He'd let you know about it too.
The double champ does the he wants. Is all
So how was the carry on down there at Crosby Park? Good fun?
Mate, it was awesome. We had a very big Sunday night, Sunday and a Monday, and then I actually had to fly out to UK Monday night, which
Oh, shit.
wasn't ideal. But a lot of the boys got were pretty crook after it. I think there was a bit of a flu going around. So
really?
It didn't carry on for many days, but
Oh, like a legitimate flu?
yeah, like generally every single person was gone down on Tuesday and
Hectic.
yeah, which wasn't ideal.
So you didn't go a week like the East boys did during COVID?
Mate, we're talking about Brothers
Yeah,
Premiership.
fair.
Don't need to talk about East.
All right, I'll just shut up then.
What so talk to us. So you're playing back now, doing all the you're travelling now that COVID's away. Where do you hate to travel to play? Obviously New Zealand must be a pain in the ass. Or you embrace it.
Oh, you don't mind going to New Zealand? Depends where in New Zealand. If you get a few two-leg flights, it's a bit annoying, but I guess probably over in Argentina and stuff.
Oh really?
Is always an interesting trip. It's
Be tough to get up for that.
yeah,
Like,
but-
do you go for like the week or the week before? Usually it's like a whole tour, isn't it?
yeah. Normally it's like
Yeah.
a 2-week sort of tour, and the time over there is always it's it's quite an
Yeah.
interesting country, and what you do is just eat meat and nothing else. So you go in the game feeling pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Not good about yourself.
What do you weigh when season comes around? What do they want you at?
I'm always about 112 to 14, depending on
Yeah, okay. I wouldn't mind you at 120.
120.
Yeah.
Maybe at the end of this holidays I'll be there for you.
Who's your favourite sort of teammate? Or like a lot of guys are left, but who's probably been your favourite teammate?
I'd probably have to say Fraser
Yeah.
McBride, playing number 8, and he's my number 7, and he does a lot of the shitters for me. And he's obviously a very good player, and I've played with him now for well, probably since we were like 17, 18.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool getting to play.
You kind of bounce off each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think we know each other's games pretty well. And
Do you reckon he's underrated? I mean, like he's already in the Wallabies.
he did
but-
start for the Wallabies at the World Cup. So
Well, like,
How much more can he be rated?
well, yeah, fair
no,
enough.
but I do.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
a little bit.
Because he's a smaller 7 than some of them. Does he ever mention me? I coached him at under 14s grammar.
Yeah.
No one actually asked that.
No, he
Yeah.
he said he was on a downhill path and then he got inspired by you and just do as you say, not as you do.
Phrase, if you're listening, mate, you're welcome, brother. I know I was a big part of your career, and maybe we could get him on.
Wasn't Fraser an Albany Creek boy?
He was.
Yeah, so he would have watched me play back in the day when I played for
God.
AC.
Yeah, that would have been really inspiring stuff.
Yeah,
I think
well, it's carried on to North. so-
Fraser might have a first 15 record at your school of grammar of the most losses, I'd say.
Oh, does he?
He played 3 years of first, and I think he won 1 game, maybe. He did play as a 15-year-old, which is pretty unheard of.
That is on it. What, he played 7 at 15?
No, he played inside centre. He was in year 10 and then played, I think, number 8 for the final 2.
I think someone was telling me he was quite chunky back in when he was like younger.
Yeah, we all thought he was going to move to prop. And then he would hate it too when people would say it. And then he's like the fittest bloke in probably Australian rugby too. So that kind of helped him out a bit.
Speaking of fit, Michael Hooper's gone to 7s. How do you reckon you'd go at 7s?
Terrible.
Agile.
Especially at 120 kilos.
When I come back at 125, not being able to move sideways, I could not think of anything worse than doing that.
So you'd never consider it?
Oh,
No.
I wouldn't be good enough.
Yeah.
But Hoops is probably one of the. Fraser also probably could, but to play 7s as a forward, you have to be so agile side to side, and be interested to see how he goes. I hope he makes to the world.
You've almost got to be able to play in the backs, like in 15s, like have that agility and sort of like movement, pace, which you know, like myself, we're not gifted at.
No, we like the 15s. We like a bit more bodies around us.
Contact, tackles.
What
Scoring tries.
Who's an absolute asshole to play against? Like, just feed us with info as who's a prick of a bloke out there. Can be a Kiwi, a Frenchman, anyone.
Safa.
Probably some of the Tars boys, to be honest.
Oh, good. We hate them.
It's quite funny because I'm obviously mates with them all off the field, but I remember when we were versing them last year, we had Jed Holloway and Hoops who they were into me all game. And,
Really?
And then you got Lockie Swinton, who you normally verse, who is one
He's
of the...
an angry man, eh?
Mate, he's awesome to play with.
Yeah.
I love playing barbars with him for 6 weeks. Made me feel a bit better about myself. You just have him just trying to kill everyone. But yeah, when you're versing him, he talks a bit of crap, but backs it up a lot too. So
How many games has he been suspended for in his whole career so far?
I'd say probably a season, maybe
20 plus?
Really?
Mate, he just goes out there and just knocks blokes' heads off.
Is he your age or is he a bit older?
I think he's 2 years older.
Yeah, right. What about Kiwis, mate, across the ditch? Who do we hate there? Come on, mate. We got to stir the plot here. Come on. This is off-field drama for a reason.
Oh, there's a... If you say somebody that just puts a target on you,
Yeah, that's what I want.
Could be misquoted
And then
into a terrible way.
We look in the season and we wonder why Wilso's just been levelled and he's like, mate, you called me out on OFD.
Yeah. Mate, this podcast is going worldwide. That's what
It's going across the ditch for
tomorrow
sure.
Buzz Rothfield will be.
Yeah, that's right. So who is it? Call us out. Sam Kane?
Nah, probably a few of the Chiefs players.
Really?
Wouldn't say Sam Kane. He's just worried. Probably as if he's got to worry about talking crap to me, mate. He's just worrying on captaining his team to another World Cup. And
Oh, what about Tyson Frizzell's brother? What's he like to play against? Shannon Frizzell. Have you played him?
yeah, versed him a few times. He's a big boy.
He's massive.
I actually did one of the kick returns at him this year.
Oh,
and
nice.
It was I'm calling it even because I've been smashed a few times, but that one was pretty even. But we had a few drinks with him after the game, and he was an absolute legend. So
Really?
he was wearing his vintage Knights jersey too.
Of course he was.
Are they actually brothers? Like full brothers?
Yeah, full brothers.
That's cool. Yeah. So you know how you're saying you kick return? Do you just think like I'm just going to run as hard as I can and not move, like not, step?
Yeah. Well,
Why? Why?
I just loved
It's like
remember
Origin.
Remember watching Sam Burgess play for I'm a diehard Rabbitoh, and you just see him do it, and you're like,
Why can't I?
It requires no skill So, and it can get a few people up. And I do have to be smarter with when I
Who you
did against the
target.
All Blacks, I ran at Artie Sevilla and the prop.
Oh,
And I got
Jesus.
absolutely cut in half. This year I did it at Brodie Retallick and he lifted me up and put me on my
So you love just running off the back fence like you're Sammy Burgess. You're a bunnies man, eh?
Yeah, big one.
Talk us through that. How did that come about?
Dad went for him,
Oh, okay.
brainwashed the kids, and
I remember you all came up here for the grand final. You come upstairs afterwards, yeah.
yeah, that was the most depressing
Yeah.
night there. And then
Oh, well-
remember, it was the 500-meter line up here, and you
Yeah.
got us up here. And geez, your
Your whole family was in Rabbitohs kit. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, was this for the
When they
Rabbitohs
played
grand
the
final?
Rabbitohs Panthers grand final when Crichton intercepted
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
That had sunk. It
wanker.
was a COVID year, 2020 or 2021. Yeah.
Also,
21,
did you go to the game and then you came back here, or you just watched it here?
No,
No,
went-
we're at the game. It was
Yeah.
when so we bought 5 tickets for the family, and then I was with Mum and Dad, and then Sam and Will were my other 2 brothers were on the other side of the field because of COVID ticketing
yeah.
ways.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah, so
What,
we
they were just like, you can't sit together?
No,
Or
it
there
just-
was...
Just the way it was done,
Yeah.
like you could only buy, I think, maximum of 3 in a row. So then we tried to do it.
God, that's dumb.
Yeah.
That's just... I'm so glad we're done with that shit.
Talking about, well, we weren't talking about it, but we will now. You a handy cricketer, were you, or nah?
Your
Oh.
brother is?
Yeah, mate. Sam's just come off 90 and 75 not out. There you
Oh,
go.
really? Is that who I'm thinking of? We've got the wrong Wilson on the couch.
No, back in school, I was a decent cricket player.
Opened.
No, I batted 3-4.
3-4,
Just
gee,
like kind
big
of
boy.
Steve Smith, Marners.
Oh, shut up.
Well, I was a Travis Head type player, you know, just a winner.
Let's talk
Through and
about
through.
that last night. How good was that?
Mate, that was unbelievable. I think half of Australia was up till about 2
Yeah.
a.m.
Yeah, have to be.
Meant to play golf this morning, which I was crook for.
Well, the weather probably didn't help either.
Yeah.
It's bucketing down rain, shareholders, if you're not from Brisbane, people listening from Finland and Poland.
Which we do have, actually.
New Zealand too.
New Zealand, yeah. I mean, I just love watching last night's game, and you had 130,000 crazy screaming Indians, and then you could hear a pin drop when
Yeah.
Kohli got out
Yeah.
from a chop on, out of all things. Like, that's got to be one of the worst ways to get out.
Do you reckon Hamish McLennan's listening?
He would be.
Moving on. Anyway, how crazy, but 120,000.
That's insane.
Yeah.
And what a win.
Yeah.
Mate, that is such an that will be one of Australia's best
Yeah.
best
Is
cricket
it?
wins of all time.
I reckon it would.
Can
weren't-
we say that?
We weren't supposed to win at all.
To beat them over there too.
And what about Travis Head's Instagram after it?
Oh,
it's a good
yeah.
laugh, isn't it?
Look on his story, shareholders,
Yeah.
if it's still there. I'm sure he'd still be going, but he's got some good content on his story and his posts. The
ain't
bad
going
boys for
on.
life. Yeah.
So we've won 1987, 1999, 2003, 2007, 2015, 2023. 2023 is the best because India, they were like at the top A. They're number one, hands down.
Yep.
Who won when we didn't win?
What do you mean?
2017.
2019.
2019.
England. Remember they were going
the
to
run
lose
out.
New Zealand, and it hit
Yeah.
Stokes' bat and went for 4.
That didn't always. I actually was watching that live when that happened. That's right. There was no way they should have won that. And there was that weird run out, I think, as well.
On then it went to super over. Then they
Yeah.
drew the super over.
Yeah,
and then
that's
it was,
right.
They won on first more boundaries
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Our fielding
England.
is so good. Like the amount of runs we would have saved, whether it was boundaries or singles or twos, mate, that adds up. I was watching it. At one point, they hadn't hit a boundary in over an hour.
That's silly.
That'd
That's just good
that'd
bowling.
annoy you,
No,
wouldn't
that's
it,
just-
mate?
Marnus,
The bowlers were just
Marnus
on
is
fire.
insane.
4 runouts in the tournament. You're like,
Like, that's crazy, dude.
Have you ever had any beers with any of the cricketers? Caught up with them or?
nah, not really. A lot of the Queensland cricketers, but
Yeah.
probably none of the ones playing for Australia.
Chris Lynn, who dodged us today. Thanks, Linny.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
He flew
I
down
was
to
just,
Sydney.
Just
You
a
was-
late call up.
You
Well,
were,
no, he flew
you
down
were
to Sydney.
second drop.
Mate, you've kind of
Thanks for having me, guys.
Linny was scheduled in, and then he's like, I'm going to go to Sydney. Sorry.
So
But we've kind of wanted to keep you for like maybe, you know,
the rainy day.
Yeah.
No.
Which it is.
Yeah, which it is.
Today would have been perfect.
Today is perfect.
Yeah.
Because, there's a lot of stuff we can cover. I mean, there's obviously been massive news overnight which shareholders are aware of, but we can't touch on for obvious reasons.
Didn't you say you wanted to wait until the preseason's over as well?
Yeah, no, I said just get me in the preseason and just tick a few boxes before I come on here. But when you ask, man, I can't say no.
Thanks, bro.
You've been very good to me. So
You can always say no. How do you reckon? How do you honestly think the team's going to shape up this year? Like, what if you could name it? The forwards and the back line. Like, who are the key players in? Because obviously, like you said, there's a lot of people that have left. So
yeah, but I think like we've recruited really well. We got like 3 or 4 new front rows, and got Jeff Talon something. He's from New Zealand, played for the All Blacks, and Alex Hodgman. He also played for the All Blacks, played 5 or 6 games. So we've recruited well. Obviously, losing a few key players.
Who's that guy? He's got the hyphenated name. Who are you?
Jeff. Yeah, Jeff.
So what position's he?
He's a prop.
He's the big prop.
Yeah. So
you obviously need that after Nella's gone. Hey,
What are the rules with internationals? How many can you get these days?
I think 2 or 3. But it feels as if we've got a few.
We've got a few, yeah.
But I think Alex Hodgman, he qualifies for Australia with the 3-year stand-down rule.
Right.
So he's probably counts as a local player, I'd assume. And we've got like Penny Ravai. I'm not sure.
Fijian.
If you watched him at the World Cup, he was unbelievable.
Yeah.
He's the front rower?
Yeah.
He runs like he's played Fiji sevens and he's a front rower.
You're kidding.
Oh, my God.
Has he actually? Yeah. Hey, how old is he? He'd be 34, 35?
Yeah, 34, 35.
Yeah.
He's the toughest bloke. His body's stuffed, but he just turns up for 30 minutes each weekend and just runs over blokes.
Well, that's what you need to sort of and have that as like your finisher. Because you have that. That's what they sort of have, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like you sort of call them finishers.
Yeah, I think he wouldn't want to start because he's just he knows his body, and then like the last thing you want 50 minutes in the game if you've been on there is a big fast Fijian just sprinting at you and wanting to hurt you.
And he's scrummaging solid too. So yeah.
Who's the team to beat this year? Because there's been a fair few Kiwis that have gone over Japan and whatnot, which has probably changed the landscape over there. Who do we need to beat besides the Reds?
They've actually a lot of the New Zealand teams lost a lot of their big players, like Crusaders losing Richie Mwanga.
Yeah.
Aaron Smith?
Yeah, Aaron Smith for Highlanders, massive loss, and then obviously Bowden Barrett's gone for a year for the Blues. So yeah, there's going to be, I guess, obviously in the past we've been pretty disappointing against Kiwi teams, most of Australian rugby and probably especially Queensland. So, you want to get a fair few wins this year or next year. And I guess that's the next step because we feel as if we actually have a good squad this year. It's probably one of the most well-balanced squads we've had in a while, which makes it pretty exciting. Really?
So shareholders maybe have a little go on We Are Reds this year?
Not allowed to comment on that.
Mate, I'm stoked, and as should everyone in Brisbane be. You've got all your games back at Suncorp. What do you think of that?
I want to play. Can we plug Ballymore back?
No, because we're at the Caxton right now. And
I know.
No one's going from Ballymore to the Caxton.
What's right behind us?
Yeah, I know, but can
52,000 seats that we should be filling.
Yeah, I know.
You play your Brisbane Raw games at Ballymore.
But
like 2,500 there.
I would love just at least 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Do the players want to play at Ballymore? Can you comment on that?
Players definitely want to play a game or 2 there because it is the home of Queensland rugby, and there's the amount of memories there is pretty cool. But if we're a successful team, which say in 2021 we played some really good footy, we were starting in 30,000-40,000 people there. And
exactly.
That's the best bit about it, and there's nothing better than playing a game, getting a win at home, and just walking 30 metres
to the Caco.
To the Caco. How you going, Sterling?
Yeah. Come in, boys. Come in.
What if the Caco got buses from Ballymore to here?
I'm pretty sure we used to actually do that.
Really?
This is before our time.
Was there ever a Caxton sign on the Ballymore Hill at all?
We used to sponsor,
Surely.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
I feel like there would have been.
The thing with Ballymore is there's like terrible parking and like, not that there's any parking here, but I think it's hard to get to for people.
Yeah.
Because it's near, where is it? In
Kelvin Grove, Hurston.
Yeah. So like there's no trains or anything there. It's like all people got to walk or catch cabs or taxis. So it's like, I think it's just hard, and also there's no pubs around it that you can go to. Like
I don't know what the closest would be. The Normanby maybe, or the Newey. Actually,
that's my local.
Yeah.
You forget how lucky we are, like playing at Suncorp and having this, because you're speaking to like the Waratahs boys. Like their stadium changes all the time, and then like they've all got to go home and then go somewhere after. Well, we just drop the. Tell the parents to wait around for 30 minutes, give them the bag, and then
away you go.
Yeah,
what did you say before the potty? Like you said, did people come here? Like did players come here? They've all sort of historically come here, like, you know, before your time. But you guys have sort of really made it a tradition, and like I think people look forward to seeing you here, which is cool.
That's where I think it was 2020, just after we could kind of go out during COVID. We used to always just go to, I guess, Fridays or whatever sort of places, and then one time we're like, well, we should come up and have a beer here, and you were there. You come up with all the Red supporters, and everyone's just so nice, and you have such a good night, and you just don't want to leave here. And then since then, pretty much every single Reds game, I think I've been up here, and I think all the boys look forward to it too. It's now not like where we're going to meet; it's see you at the Caco.
See you at the Caco.
I got to say as well to all the who would they be? Your Reds media people. They are the best, well-behaved people that you could ever imagine. Like literally, you know, you guys just enjoy yourselves and tuck in.
Oh yeah. You've done well there, mate. They'll take you on face value. You are also owes you a
cutting that clip up and having that on replay.
Mate,
you just enjoy yourself and rip in. You know, people love to see it, and then
What's the Ballymore redevelopment like? The sheds, is it tip top?
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Is it really?
From what we've had, where it's been, I guess, we've had just a big tin shed where we'd have a few different locker rooms, then our old gym, and then we'd have to walk few hundred meters to go into our meetings room, and now it's just all on top of each other. And the gyms, it's unbelievable.
It's good.
And you got all the recovery facilities. I don't think anyone had an ice bath for the last 3 years. It was like 150 meters away. We're now, after every session, sauna, ice bath.
How do you go in the ice bath, big fella?
I didn't say I've been in the ice bath. It's like, I don't mind an ice bath, but these ice baths are so cold.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking? Like 0?
Yeah, it'd have to be around
there.
there.
Do they put ice in it, or is it actually just like cold water?
Cold water.
Yeah.
Oh, they're terrible, man.
Doesn't Gordon have one of them?
Yeah. I've got one at my place, and mate, I'll have a heart attack in them.
I lost track of time in it. Well, I thought I was in there for 15 seconds, and I was in there for like 60 seconds. Someone was timing it.
Really?
I freaked out, and all my stomach cramped up and shit.
Oh yeah, it's horrible.
Sometimes your body needs it though. It makes you.
It does. So you come out of it feeling good. You do it after a game. What's the post match or nah? You just go straight to the Caco.
You don't fucking do it before a game.
Yeah, I know. Hot shot.
Everyone. Can I have your hot shot?
I like that. I haven't heard hot shot for a while. Righto, Bandicoot.
No, a fair few people do. It just depends. If your body's all good, like you
don't
if
need
it's
it.
pretty sore, you'd go there and have a gold in there and then pop up here, take a day to Sterling.
How was I bet you would. Yeah, your ice bath's at 4x gold. How let's talk about debuting for the Wallabies. Talk us through that feeling of running out. Where was your debut and who was it against?
It was against the All Blacks in Wellington, 2020, 11th of October. My
Good.
brother's birthday. There
Wow.
you go.
Your mum's birthday.
Really?
Sam.
Oh,
Sam's
right.
brother.
And was it a good present for your brother Sam, or did you screw up and lose? Well, you would have lost for sure.
No, we drew, mate.
Oh!
And
How cynical.
don't give me that attitude, please.
Here I am thinking that we haven't beaten the All Blacks in so long.
Yeah, well,
But we drew, so that's big time.
no, it was a good game. It was 16 all. We had a kick to win, hit the post, and
Who missed it? Yeah.
it was about 70 metres out. But it was Reece Hodges. It was. You should see the Wellington Stadium. It's just wind. Just
That's
goes.
right,
So
yeah.
he's kicking it from 60 metres out, and you have no idea if the wind's with him or against him.
Right.
But he's just got, and then hit the post, then Hoops regathered it, then we're 10 metres out, and yeah.
He
but,
kicked it about 80.
mate,
Like he can kick them so far out.
Yeah, he can. No, he's got a big boot.
So do I call it backlash for eating in the mic?
Yeah, don't do that.
All right, I won't do it.
Yeah, keep going with that story because we had Hot Shot here chewing in the mic. So it hit the post. Reece Hodge, where's he these days? Big Hodgie.
He's signed a few-year deal over in France.
Yeah, okay.
He's in Biarritz, I think.
Yeah, I'll take your word on it.
Yeah, do you want to check that up for me, or
Can you say it?
Beirut's.
It's a country.
I thought you guys had like a bloke behind you who'd be searching these up saying, yeah, boys, that's correct.
Yeah, we need our own Dior.
We need a
Dave
fact
Dior.
checker to make sure
Do your own
Milso's just
research.
not spitting fucking
The homework checker or something.
Yeah, something like that. Would you ever, obviously you're contracted to the Reds, would you ever consider about moving or no comment?
Definitely in like a fair few years.
Yeah,
hopefully.
okay.
I'd love to get some sort of overseas experience, but in saying that, I
Love
genuinely
it.
love playing for Reds.
Yeah.
Yeah, love to hear it.
And want to get back to Wallabies too, because proud Australian. That's all.
Yeah, I
really
love
wanna
that. Who's captain of the mighty We Are Reds? Or is it up for discussion?
I'd assume it would be the co-captains again, Liam Wright and Kate McDermott. They've done a pretty good job together for the last, I think, 2 years. They've been co, and Rongers was captain for the 2 years before that. So
Do you want us to put your name in the hat?
yeah, Les. No, mate. I like listening to them.
Didn't you have another role? What was your other role?
Was it a self-given role?
Might have been, I don't know. But it
Nah.
was like culture captain or something?
No. Maybe we've spun that yarn. The case of you once or
Okay.
twice, but no.
After a few
I think
4Xs.
Smithy was actually saying he's trying to take that role.
Smithy,
this
yeah.
year.
He'd
How
go- he'd
is
go
the
right.
big unit going?
Yeah, mate, he's just actually had his. You guys see his shoulder?
Shoulder,
Yeah. He just
yeah.
had finally had the surgery on and fixed it all up.
Will he be right for
Yeah.
round one?
He
Yeah.
could have played in the Japan series, but they wanted to rest him because he did play about 20 games this year with one shoulder, which is tough for the big man.
How competitive was that game? Like, did they put up a good side as well?
Yeah. Like we didn't have our Wallabies, they didn't have their Japanese internationals, and the thing over in Japan, every team's got they got squads of 60. Like
Yeah, wow.
they're missing like say Damon Diolande and a few of their South African players, but then they have like some other really good internationals just behind them waiting to play the games like this. So
Yeah.
it's that was good. I think we won by 2 points. Like we only just won, but win's a win, boys.
Yeah, win
absolutely.
is a win, mate. Absolutely.
Did you think you were a chance to make the World Cup squad this year? Well, you obviously were hoping for it. Like, what was your thoughts on that?
Yeah, well, post super season, I thought I was a decent chance.
Yeah.
I was pretty happy with how I played, especially the back end of the year and in the final 2-3 games, like with the ones we needed to sort of win. And so I thought I had a decent chance there. And then once I didn't get picked in the first squad, when they lost to South Africa and Argentina, I thought maybe I'm a crack here. And then once I missed out on that, I thought, I was done.
Yeah, you would have spit the dummy too.
I mean, I can say it, and Berkey can say it because we have said it. This doesn't reflect your opinions, but obviously Eddie completely fucked it, and it sort of justifies, you not being picked, because I think you would have been in a lot of people's World Cup squads, as would have been like Cooper, Hooper, whoever else he didn't pick. So yeah, I wouldn't take it too hard, mate. Take it to heart.
I
'Cause
don't think he is.
You were in a lot of people's teams, I think, before going into that World Cup. So
wonder who they go for in 2024. You don't have an insight. I'm calling for Steve Larkham.
Yeah, there's some really like Bernie Larkham. He's got experience over in. I think he coached Munster pretty successfully for a few years, and obviously Brumbies before that. And then I guess you got Dan McKellar, who was the assistant coach. Who's now coaching over at Leicester Tigers. So there's a few good Australian coaches, and I'm sure there's always some decent international coaches from different countries out there too. So it'll be interesting. Like there'd be no better time to coach Australia. Like you got the home World Cup, British Irish Lions tour.
Yeah.
Like that's two of the biggest events, I guess, on the calendar.
That must get you toe of your home World Cup.
Yeah. Like that's, I guess, especially the short term is the 2025 British Irish Lions, which I think people forget how big of an event that is. Like I remember
The best.
2013 here.
I remember that. Like, they're huge.
Geez, you'll be busy here.
Mate, they are. That's like biggest day ever, I'm pretty sure.
That was my favourite rugby game I've ever been to. To the British Irish Lions. I mean, I got to say, I actually parked up at the LA. I sincerely
Would have been too busy here.
Yes, I sincerely apologise, but mate, the LA,
apologise.
the LA was heaving as it would have here. But mate, the atmosphere at a British and Irish Lions, I don't think there is anything better.
They start at like 10 a.m. and don't finish until 5.
We could plug that tour and get them on here.
Who, the British and Irish Lions?
Yeah, well, we get some Wallabies on, of course. But you know what I'm like, though? The Scottish, the Irish, you would have got on the piss with them. They'd be wild.
Yeah, no, they're all big drinkers, those people. And imagine all them having 3-4 weeks out here, the supporters.
Yeah.
There's like 20,000-30,000 of them who come out together.
They migrate.
That's
and
insane.
there's a lot that live here too, so.
They will generally, people will be just booking a spot, their own seat downstairs in the captain for a week, and then
$100 admission.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's 2025.
Yeah. So that's obviously massive for everyone. Everyone wants to be a part of that, but I guess like you obviously don't really want to get ahead of yourself, especially when you haven't been in the team for the past few years. So you just got to win some games of bread.
Who's your competition? Who do we need to kind of just manifest for something?
Valentini.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, obviously you got Valentini, Lenny and they were ahead of me this year. So saying that, Valentini's been probably the Wallabies' best player for the last 2-3 years. So, but new year, just go out there and play some footy, Berkey.
Yeah, I love that. Just your stereotypical. You just got to keep playing good footy. Do you, when you come up against Valentini, do you just lift another gear and go, righto, come here, Val, I'm all yours, or no? Like, can I start some beef on OFD? I'm going to make Will so uncomfortable.
I'm going to play every single game this year and someone's going to try and kill me now. You. This is a worldwide
He's just going through every team.
Yeah, okay.
But obviously when you're versing somebody who's a very good player, like if I don't try and do a job on him, he's going to run right through our team. So especially when he's the other number, which you are. So you want to get him, but I've probably lost more battles than I've won.
Sure. Can you keep up? Because I had some issues throughout the Rugby World Cup. It feels like there's a new rule every game. How does this work with Union? Are they bringing in new rules? Can you keep up with it? Like, are you having a university class each week to understand what the rules are?
What is his job to?
Yeah, no, I was pretty up to date with them all. And,
right, good.
But we're not like, we don't have Peter Volandis who changes it week in, week out. Like what it is kind of for the whole 12 months. It stays. The refs obviously have slightly different opinions on stuff, and like the Sam Cane, like the red card there, like in the final, you're like, I honestly thought it was just a yellow. And that's
got upgraded. So which drives me crazy.
Yeah, can you talk us through that? Because that was news to me, this new upgrading rule. When did that come in? And is that just international rugby or Super Rugby as well?
Well, Super Rugby, it's the same for both now, brought in this year. Yeah. But the best thing Super Rugby does is the 20-minute red card. So
that's right.
So if you get red carded, you can get replaced after 20 minutes.
With another player?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I think there might be, like, if it's like reckless or something worse, it can be for the full match, which
I see. So interpretation.
It saves you from the first minute, get a red card, you're playing 14 men, you're going to lose. Where you get replaced after 20 and it's still a fair game.
What I think is a bit silly in Union compared to League is how much it's up to the ref's interpretation, not just like obviously
or the bunker.
Or the bunker, but not just high tackles, but like when you're pilfering for the ball. So when we played Fiji in that World Cup, the amount of times we got pinged for Fiji's hands on the ball, they were holding on, like it was like a second. Do you remember watching that game? And like
you kind of have an idea with how the ref
with that ref, but why is it different for him and other refs?
Yeah, that's just I guess the beauty of rugby though. Like
human beings are all different, Saucy.
Well, it was almost just it ruined the game.
Yeah,
it lost us the game and ruined the game. You know.
I want to quickly just request something in 2024. I'd like to see Wilso get back in the pocket and take a field goal at some point.
Didn't you try? Didn't you
have you tried?
No, I've kicked it plenty of times. Haven't let it bounce yet.
Can we get a field goal out of you in 2024?
Well, yeah, maybe. I'm 1 from 1 with the new coach for my kicking and did a good kick in the Japanese game where
I think
I lost my license pretty early with Thorny.
Yeah,
which,
right.
For good reason. And I think even my club coaches, I'd lost my kicking license, my school coaches. So
are you left or right?
I'm a lefty.
I knew you were a lefty.
I like to say ambidextrous.
I knew you were a lefty. You know who else was a lefty? Was Scott Higginbotham.
He was.
Was he a lefty?
He used to kick the shit out of it and was probably the best forward kicker of all time.
Mate,
he was a gun kicker.
Do you remember when he played for Rebels when they had a penalty 5 metres out and he just takes a quick tap, crossfield kicks and they score? Like, it was such a... you're ballsy if you're doing that
Yeah,
as a forward.
the one when I think it was 2011 around that time when he was playing for the Reds, and he'd like the full field kicks like the grubbers, and he'd just chase after it like an absolute stallion. Like,
Jeez, they were the days, weren't they?
They used to have a rule. Apparently, they weren't allowed to get on the piss or go out after games unless they won. So they want to win so badly for that reason.
Rocket Rod was a loose unit. There was a couple of wild units in that side.
Well, Quaid,
Quados, yeah.
Fainga brothers.
Yeah, two good Jeeps boys, those guys. What's it like playing down at Yoku Road? Would you say that's the most intimidating field in the world?
What about the Nest at Norths?
In 2018, I'll give this to you. I versed Norths twice and lost to them twice in 2018, and Dane Zander would never, ever live that down, even though he's a UQ player now.
Were you playing with 10 men, or what happened?
They were the glory days.
It's the glory days of Norths rugby, and
Twice to
Yoki
North.
Actually played down there once this year and got a win.
Did ya?
Not against Jeeps, but... No, I remember playing there as an 18-year-old. My first year out of school at Yoki Road, and I still remember some of the sprays I was getting from the crowd there about family members and stuff. You're like, really?
Oh, what? Were they coming after your family?
And now I was ready to turn and scrap the crowd. Like, thank God I didn't, but...
At 18.
Yeah. It's like, you just played schoolboy footy where the worst thing they would say, terror sucks.
Yeah.
And then now they're going at your family.
Yeah, that's actually so true. This step up.
Yeah.
Really? So
That's probably you too.
there's a good chance it could have been, or I knew the bloke that it was. Really?
God.
So Yoku, because I always say it's the hardest place to win in the world, but that's good that you confirm that.
It's also the hardest deck in the world.
Really? Because of the cricket?
You never played there?
I've played there my whole life, but
thought,
I don't complain about the field, mate.
I probably can't complain being a brother's
Yeah, I was
boy.
going to say, your fields are atrocious.
And we're more pit holes.
Yeah,
We're a
mate.
bit softer to...
Norths used to be an old rubbish dump.
Did it? Yeah. Still probably
still
is.
I set myself up there for that.
Oh.
You get staff all the time.
Do you?
Yeah, when the creek bed, obviously, when it gets flooded, it really is just a fucked footy club.
Oh, man.
Like, I love it, but it's just so... The worst thing about Norths is, like, it could be so good, which is sad.
It's in such a
Like,
good spot. And there's three good fields.
There's such a good catchment area of players as well. Like,
Are you going to ever make a return to them? Or?
I might make the switch to Jeeps. I've been talking,
That's
talking
what I've heard.
to a few boys about Friday nights, and I don't know. It's a bit hard with work, you know. It just depends what the body wants to do.
I feel like I see on seek.com.au the Prem Grade North's coaching role always up for grabs.
Dan Ritchie's got it this year.
Each year.
Maybe that could be your Saturday job. You get out of the Caxton.
And you
go down
coach
there,
Norths. Mate,
Captain
You stop
coach.
eating.
yeah,
the
stop.
mic.
Like, do you understand how rude that is? And
Are you one of those people as well?
No.
well, I think I don't
would
know what
never say anything bad about you.
I don't know what
Thanks,
this.
mate.
Are you one of
You really
these
got my
people
back, don't
is?
you?
Well, everyone, like, it's just a common thing that people don't want to hear someone chewing in their ear.
What do you? Obviously, that's a debatable thing. You get like
it's
the
not
ick or some
debatable.
shit from like eating. You don't like sparkling water.
Yeah, no. Like, why can't you just drink normal water?
Yeah, I'm
like
I'm a normal water guy too.
Can
So-
I have your sparkling water?
Yes.
Thank you.
Can.
Oh, what you're
opened, or-
You're punishing through the sparkling.
You can
water.
open it if you want.
When's the season kick off?
I'd say mid-February. We're actually
Jeez, they
starting.
don't muck around.
First game is Suncorp against Waratahs, so
Beauty.
Okay,
great way to start.
that is a great way. So shareholders, Wilso's going to buy 50 tickets for the shareholders. Okay.
For agreed, as long as Caxton, I get a tab all year round.
I love the cross promotion. Just the,
Yeah, well, I'm trying to work Wilso in
When
his.
is one of your tips or
Gotta
multis
win.
going to
Oh.
win? I see it and
Oh.
I'm like, I just always, like, I'm not going to back him. Because I'm like,
you want to wait and see results first.
Yeah.
Mate, you should see my DMs. It's not pretty. But with Tony Brassel's gone through it, Wilso. I mean, it's just tough at the moment, isn't it?
no, well, Cameron Wilson, my father, actually gave out 2 tips on the weekend, 9 to 1, 6 to 1, and multi them together. My brother, $20 bonus bet into $1,100.
Holy
So
Tamora.
if you want a little,
Can you get maybe your dad could feature with a pick.
hey, that could be your little.
You
little
like the
add-on.
horses?
Yeah, love them.
Yeah, good.
Well,
man.
you're not allowed to, obviously not allowed to bet on Union.
No.
What do you go horsies and what? You had bet on League?
Yeah,
Yeah?
I love BBL.
Yeah.
Oh,
BBL.
really?
Yeah,
Big
that's-
Bash, yeah.
Big Bash. I love that.
We should go to a game.
Mate, buddy.
3 of us.
Yeah, I was going to say,
some
don't
shareholders
forget
or something.
about me.
Yeah.
Who-
I reckon we could get some tickets.
What's the go there, head to head, or you like backing them like the runs to win, like highest scoring? What do you like? Give us some markets.
Team to win. Like, how many runs are off the first 6 overs?
Oh,
And highest like
highest
over.
partnership.
Nah, I always choose my favourite batter for most runs.
Yeah, okay.
So like Josh Brown for Brisbane Heat just gets bet on every single game.
Really?
Brownie.
Yeah, I used to play with him back in the day. So
He hits a bomb.
he hits a bomb.
Josh Brown. Oh, he's the dude that makes his own bats.
Yeah,
That's right. You used to play with him.
mate. I would have been 2016 or 2017. We were playing like 5th grade together, and he like.
And now he's playing
No, he's playing.
the Heat.
You know the funniest thing is we're batting together, and then we're like, because I was known as a big hitter, blah blah blah, and then we're like, who can hit, see who could hit the biggest 6? Then
Yeah.
I hit one like just over the boundary, and I'm like walking around, and then Brownie hits one like 80 meters over the boundary, and you're like, who is this bloke? It was like the first time I met him.
You are kidding.
He's mate. He's
I'd love to see the Heat do well this year. Not sure who the team to beat is.
Have they
Maybe-
ever won?
Yeah,
one,
back in the
like,
day.
second one or
Yeah,
something.
we had a gun side back in the day.
With who?
Mitchell Johnson, Vittori.
Mitchell
Who's
Johnson
Vittori?
wasn't in the Heat.
I think he might have been, yeah. McCullum.
Geez, the days were when McCullum and Linney would be in the
Oh.
Yeah, the
game.
Bash Brothers, yeah.
I love the thing about McCullum is he names his bats after horses.
he loves a punt, apparently.
Mate, loves it.
He's got heaps of horses too.
He's got a ton of them, yeah. How would you go with the stick, you reckon, back in, like now? I'm going to say back in the day.
I'd be very scared of the ball, to be honest. I just go down and watch club cricket. I'm like, whoa.
Did you play at school? Were you in the first at school?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I loved it.
Would you obviously did play volleyball then, like me?
No, I wanted to play a real
I-
sport. Mate, you play cricket in the summer, rugby in the winter, and you just do that on
Well,
repeat.
you know what's done now is they mix it up and you can play soccer as well.
Oh, yeah,
so
that
So
must
you can
be
play
awesome.
union soccer.
Who would be playing soccer if you can play
We had
union?
we had the fifths or something, the filthy fifths. Killed it until we had to travel, until we had to get on the buses and go to Toowoomba and Ippy. No one went.
You wouldn't
It
be
was just a
playing
forfeit.
there. What's doing in the new year? What are you doing in the summer, big fella? Give us a little play-by-play.
We're just obviously going to Noosa this
Yeah,
weekend.
okay.
We're actually going to Tasmania for a little golf
Tassie?
trip.
Ooh.
Just after Noosa.
Couple oysters.
Yeah, actually, I'm not going to the Lawson Crichton and his missus are going to the oyster farm and learning how to.
Shuck 'em.
Yeah, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, I just prefer to eat them. Like,
Yeah.
I don't really want to learn how to.
Yeah, you get cuts and stuff too.
Yeah, it's,
I've done it here. It's a shit of a job. You don't want to shuck oysters.
when
It's-
is
No.
your new seafood day here? Because
There's Seafood Fest.
yeah,
It's usually on that it's the King's birthday now, so I don't know. It'll change.
wasn't that like
Or
yesterday?
Labor Day, or
Pretty sure the King's birthday is my dad's birthday, which was like a few days ago.
we'll suss it out and I'll let you know, and we'll have a platter ready for you, bro.
Geez, we had a good day. Me
Yeah.
and Lawson when you did that for
Remember
us.
you did the photo shoot?
Yeah. Was it?
Yeah.
me,
Fraser and Smithy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was good.
No, it's good. It still gets
Yeah.
used like 2 years later.
Yeah. We just recycle.
Yeah, no, it's good.
So who's good at golf out of the Reds and who's shit house at golf out of the Reds?
Harry Hooper's technically not at Reds anymore, but he plays off scratch.
That's pretty
Jesus.
handy.
Mate, he's only played for 2-3 years.
Yeah.
He's over at the Force now, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's another great man.
Yeah.
I've lost, but especially he's been my golf partner, so I play off 21, so I'm not much good, but
Yeah,
I
okay.
live and breathe the game.
Yeah. Good man. So who's bad besides yourself?
Lawson would be good.
Yeah, Lawson's a good player, but he just bought a house, and since he's a sparky by trade, so he's just always working on it and doing little things. I'm like, mate, just come and play golf. Like, just live
Yeah.
the.
Just relax.
Where do you
Don't
play? RQ, Virginia.
I play out at Brisbane Golf Club. Is my
Oh,
my
at Intro?
no, Tennyson.
Oh, Tennyson.
Yeah, the one near Parrafter Arena.
That's all right. That's a good course.
Yeah, mate, it's awesome. Love it there, and we've played a fair bit out in Nudgee.
Yeah, okay.
Which is always good.
How does Jock go at golf? Or he doesn't even play?
Yeah, he's a lot better than me.
Oh,
Is he still
really?
at the Reds?
Yep.
Jock? Do you reckon he'll
Which,
start?
Jock Campbell or
Oh, I was
No,
gonna
I
say
was
James
talking about
O'Connor.
James O'Connor.
Oh, sorry, mate. No, he doesn't play. He's too busy doing his meditation.
Yeah, okay. How is Jock going? Can we throw any shade at the big fella? Would he be listening, or he wouldn't give a rat's ass because he's meditating?
No, he'd be definitely listening. What else is he doing, mate? Listen to OFD podcast. Especially if he sees me on it. He loves me.
Really? Is he your little buddy?
Yeah, no, he's a great man. He's over in New Zealand at the moment, actually on holidays.
Really?
Just posted he's at his junior club where the dream began. So,
did he grow up a Kiwi?
actually, yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think he was born in Australia, but he grew up there.
James O'Connor.
Yeah.
What isn't he like South African? I think he was born in South Africa.
He's got a few passports. This bloke.
He went to Nudgee.
Yeah,
He was. I'm pretty sure he was honestly like. Or maybe I'm getting him mixed up with NZ, but I thought he was born in South Africa and then grew up there and then moved here or something.
Yeah.
Triple passport holder.
Yeah, that's always nice to have.
What's he like? Is he a bit? How old's he now?
He'd be 34.
Yeah, he's obviously matured.
Yeah, well, obviously I don't know the young Rabs, but
Yeah.
that's what we call them Rabs. So
Yeah,
just
Yeah, that's right.
Jock's kind of gone because we got Jock Campbell, so you can't really call him.
Sure.
But mate, he's good. He's good for the group. He wants. I think he wants to be a coach post footy.
Yeah.
So he's really started that sort of side of the game, and he's still a good bloke to have a beer with, and
Yeah.
good teammate. He's still got it. Like he's I think he's pretty pumped for this year. He stuffed his knee when he was over in the Barbarians tour, so he hasn't done much recently, but he'll be back for pre-season.
Will he start?
Honestly, like
Or Lawes?
mate, we got 4 really good 10s. We got James O'Connor, Lawson, Tom Liner.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
This Harry McLaughlin Phillip, he played.
right.
He's 19.
Is he Souths?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he apparently absolutely killed club footy this year, and he played the game against Japan, and he's got player of the match.
Good on him.
Future's
bright.
Who's the biggest pest in the Reds? And like, just dish it out.
Nella would have been.
Yeah, well, we haven't seen Nella for a year and a half
Yeah.
at Reds because since he did his rehab, he was gone doing it in Sydney with the Wallabies physio. So,
Yeah, right.
But probably the Smithy.
Really?
Yeah, Smithy. He's the best. When you have energy, there's no one better to be around.
Right.
But if you're tired or just not have it, it breaks you. Because he's always got energy, but he'd be up there.
Tate McDermott or nah?
He's pretty quiet.
Yeah, okay.
Just goes about his own business.
That's weird for a 9 to do that.
Yeah, 9s are normally. Clarny Thomas is nice and lippy.
Is he lippy?
Yeah, he's classic. He's like, I swear he's still 20 years old. He feels like because he's played the last 3 years and he's only 20 or 21.
So he could have a bit of a season this year, you reckon, if he gets time?
Yeah, no, because he went over and played in the Auckland, the New Zealand provincial comp.
Was that
That'd be-
ITM?
Yeah, ITM.
That would have done him a world of good.
Apparently he
doing
played
that.
really good.
Yeah.
Came back and had a few new rings on his gun. He was a new man.
Oh, okay. He's found a whole new sense of fashion, has he?
Yeah, he's looking the goods, mate.
Jeez, I'd love to see you in some rings. This bloke came back from Bali
one
in with shell necklace, pearls, and all sorts of kind of
I
things.
went to the gym last night and crushed my finger that the ring was on because I was lifting so much. You know?
Is that a
Yeah,
loaf gym or have you?
No, not the loaf, bro. The loaf's too hot in summer.
When's the Loaf Cafe opening up?
I asked James that the other day, and
Because
he
it was supposed to be
he
opening up
didn't
like
get
10
back to me.
months ago.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I can't wait for it to open. Free coffees on James.
Why? What's the loafy?
Yeah.
You got to plug. Do you want to plug ASICs here, mate? Just a quick shout out.
We just thought you'd be wearing the best kit going around, best shoes, footy boots.
Yep. And do you use the Wilso promotion code for 50% off? Do you have that, or what's the go?
Also 90% off. Just also 90. It's only for shareholders, of course.
Yes, there you go, shareholders. That's a special little plug.
Well, we got to say these hats. We got to touch on it at some point.
Let's
these
touch
hats
on
are
it
just
now.
absolutely sensational. Made in Australia, 100% owned by an Australian company.
Shareholders, I'm telling you, this is outstanding. Like just
fabric.
the fabric, the colour. I've actually never seen a terry towel bucket hat like this in my life.
Yeah.
And there might be corduroy caps out there, but on first glance, I think Wilson will agree, they're nothing like these corduroy caps.
Unbelievable.
How's it sit on the head?
Yeah, well, I'm sure if I loosen it at the back a bit.
Yeah, sorry, that's to my noggin. I've clearly got a smaller head than you.
Will these be getting sold at the Caxton or?
We're unsure of how we're going to sell them. We don't have an online store, so I think it's just kind of word of mouth. Hit us up if you want a hat. We're going 35 shareholders.
$35 for either one.
So $40 for normal people, 35 for shareholders.
Yeah, 35.
35
there
shareholders.
you go.
Yeah.
That's a good call.
Good stuff, mate.
Nice
Yeah.
work,
Say you're a
Wilson.
shareholder, 35.
And you could either message us on Instagram or the Facebook page.
Do whatever you want. Just contact us. We'll give you a hat.
But I'm
$35
telling
for it.
you, if you want a good summer and a good silly season, you're going to want either one of these hats on your head.
I've got to ask you a question, If a rival potty has got the same hat as us, a cord cap, is it an OFD hat though?
Yeah, this is an OFD hat for sure.
Yeah, look, you didn't really take that where I wanted it to go, but that's fine.
Yeah, okay.
I was really confused what was happening.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on.
I think I had something in my head that I wanted to sort of
I want to
play
do
out, but it didn't work.
I want to end with the belt bender beer, but I'm not sure if that'll be play on or not.
Who we got legend and knob of the week, mate?
Oh, well,
Surely Travis Head.
Travis Head, okay, shareholders, is my legend of the week. You would know this segment, obviously. It's probably the biggest segment going around. Travis Head, for not only how he bowled, but that catch last night.
Yeah, that was silly.
Let's talk about the difficulty of that catch. Because going back with the flight of the ball where you're actually running away from it, so you're looking over your head.
Fatty Vorton would be proud of that.
It gave me Fatty Vorton vibes.
The way that he got on his trotters and just dove out and got that thing was actually special. Fatty was literally...
And then
I
to
think
ton
smiling
up,
in his bed.
he didn't get a wicket last night, did he?
No.
But he got 2 in the semi.
Yeah, and did you see he told Smithy not to review it when the ball wasn't actually, he got given out and the ball wasn't in the stumps. And
Oh my god!
Oh,
And
yeah.
that's just when you just know you want your own moment.
Yes.
Like Smithy, get out. I want
Yeah.
this all for myself, and he's done it.
Yeah.
He has done it. So, congratulations to Travis Head, legend of the week on OFD. That is just outstanding stuff, and it's a privilege to announce his name. Now, my knob of the week was going to be someone that we can't touch on for obvious reasons. So I don't know if I can go any further with that. So that's my knob of the week. You guys do the maths. Because, what I also want to quickly touch on is the Nathan Cleary, Mary Fowler. There's a bit of rumours going around that she's already on the shag with someone else. From Real Madrid.
The young Englishman
Yeah.
bloke playing there.
So,
Real Madrid.
yeah, Nathan Cleary, brother, I'd be having serious question marks about your long distance relationship.
Maybe it's an open relationship.
Well, it could well be. If so, I'm also available, Mary. So reach out to me.
How do you think that goes when she's playing football over there 11 months of the year and
Oh,
they've
mate.
just
Oh,
been there
it'd
for
be-
9 months?
The anxiety would be through the roof.
I don't think Nathan's got anything to worry about.
No.
I mean, look at his chin.
Yeah, he's got a jaw that'll go down the Bruce Highway. But, mate, I don't think Nathan's got any
You
issue.
know what they say about big chins?
Small.
Big necklaces.
Oh, God.
You got to get it over your head.
Should you play the song?
No, you got to do your belt bender.
Oh, so we'll do the belt bender.
While you think about it, I've got to say as well, I've had a question for you. How do you think you'd go in league? Obviously, you're a big league fan with the Rabbits and stuff. How would you go?
Oh, I don't know. I'm a rugby player.
Yeah?
Always have
No,
been.
no aspirations?
Nah, none.
No?
I don't really feel it's fun doing 1 or 2 hard hit ups. Imagine doing 20 of them
Yeah.
again, like off the back fence.
What position would you be? Prop? You'd be surely be a straight up prop.
Yeah, I'd probably just play in the middle.
Right in the middle, yeah.
Probably a bit of maybe even put me at 6, bit of Jack White.
Oh,
Jackie White.
Jack White. I don't
Yeah,
know.
he's at the Rabbitohs now.
oh, so you'd be loving that signing.
Yeah, where do you reckon we're going to play him? Though?
Centre.
Yeah,
He's
centre.
come out and said he wants to play centre for the first 2 years and wait until Walker retires and he'll play 6.
What if they got, because Cody couldn't play 7, that'd be a wild
Well, they got
duo.
Ilias.
Yeah, but if they went Cody at 7,
I reckon if they don't have a good start to the year, they might.
they might move Cody to 7, but he's so good out the back.
Geez, what breaks you is that we didn't want to sign Adam Reynolds for a
Oh.
2-3 year deal.
Yeah.
Like Broncos is reaping the benefits from it.
What about Ezra Mann? Let's just quickly touch on that too. Ezra Mann, he was on the potty, so he's familiar with both of us, and he's probably familiar with you, Will. So if you're listening, 3 years, 300 million at the Dolphins, say no.
300 million? I'd be saying yes to that.
3 years, 3 million, say no. take 3 years, $750,000 a year, and a premiership? Say yes.
Has he said yes
Is he going
yet?
to Panthers?
No, Dolphins.
I'm
Yeah,
just joking.
yeah, good one. Nice one, dickhead. Now I've got Hot Shot Junior to my left here. But all right, my belt bender beer, Will. So we do this with every guest, okay, mate? I think it's like, you know the gist, belt bender beer. I'm going to give you 3 names and you're going to answer them correctly and honestly, as you have done throughout the last hour. I'm going to go back a bit here, okay? I'm going to go old players, all right? I'm going to go George Gregan, George Smith, and Mortlock.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, Bender,
Yeah.
George Smith.
Okay, my
Apparently-
favourite player.
Apparently he's unbelievable.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. The taxi driver in Japan.
Oh, what?
Yeah, but apparently he would just, yeah.
He's
have
good
big
fun.
nights, but next day he'd just get after it, get on the bike or what bike and just earn it all back off. So
Right.
him.
Someone else told us that.
Yeah.
Someone else said that he's just like built different. Like he's just silly. I think Charlotte Caslick said that.
And then he's,
I bet she
and he's
did.
playing when he was 40 years old too. Like he's just
Yeah.
still he's got Reds Player of the Year when he was like 39.
Yeah.
He's my favourite player by far. All right, so we're bendering with George Smith.
Or probably having a beer with George Gregan.
Yeah.
Is
Legend, yeah.
yeah, you can't nod. And I actually have had a beer with him.
Oh, have you? Was it a
yeah.
good one?
One of the nicest beers.
Yeah.
I've had.
Yeah.
He was at one of the Wallaby camps, and he's one of the people when you like look at him, you're like, holy crap! Like you're the.
There's a
you're
bit of an
proper.
aura about him.
If you're gonna belt Mortlock,
So you're
No,
going
but
after
then I was
Mortlock,
thinking about
okay?
changing that to
No,
two
no.
beers.
Really?
Sterling's one of the greats too.
Sterling Mortlock. So that'd be a good
My
matchup
namesake.
in the ring.
Why didn't
Wilson v.
Mortlock?
Mortlock. Yeah, okay.
I was named after Sterling Mortlock.
Were you actually?
No.
Yeah, I was going to say, you've done his name terribly. Well, that's an interesting one. So you're going to belt Mortlock. All right, and now I'm just going to go across the code and just go with this one. Tom Gilbert, Ruben Cotter, and
Kurt Capewell.
Pat Carrigan.
Pat or Kurt?
I will go with Pat because I think you guys are all around the same year. Do you go to school with Pat Carrigan?
Yeah, he was my school captain when I was in. I was grade 10, and he's.
Oh,
he's
really?
school captain, rugby vice captain. He was.
He was the whole kabang.
He's every assembly, mate.
How did you two get along, or is there a bit of beef?
No, he's a great man. He's
No, tell us the truth.
you could actually tell when I was in grade 10, I was in the first squad. I played one game off the bench.
Yeah.
But there was like, I've never seen someone so competitive at training and like the contact sort of bits. Normally that's bits where like you kind of just go a bit of
Yeah,
bro code,
easy.
but then he's just flipping blokes on their backs and you're like, okay.
Yeah, well, that's at Terrace too. So that's why he's doing. That's why he didn't win.
Apparently his chest is just massive. Did he have a big chest at school?
He was quite fat at school. Like
Really?
He's shredded out of his mind now. In school he was like a bit
Chunky
What
patty.
position was he?
It was second. He just had no position in rugby union. He was playing second row, but he was just like,
Because was he tall?
no.
Really?
Did he carve up in union or nah?
He would just whack blokes.
Yeah, I'd
And-
hate to play him.
Yeah, and he'd run hard. So I'd have a beer with him.
Oh, okay, so you're going to have a beer with Carrigan and then you've got Tom Gilbert and Ruben Cotter.
Oh man, Tom Gilbert was the same grade.
Well, that's why I brought it up because surely knowing Tommy Gilbert, he would have loved to come after you.
Oh, we had some great run-ins over the
Oh, I
years.
can only. Did you
Yeah.
have it punch on?
No, I'm too nice to punch someone.
He would have. He loves
He-
a punch on.
Yeah, he would have wanted. Yeah, I'm definitely belting him. But
Oh, and you go have a bending with Ruben Cotter. I hear he's a great fun.
well, I hope he's great fun because I'm going to bend it with him. So
He's got a mullet, so
Yeah, he's got to. He's got to be a good man.
he seemed like he was pretty good on the gas when he was up here at the Caxton after the Origin games.
were you up here?
No, but I've heard.
No.
You've
Yeah,
said
they were
that.
all fantastic.
Yeah.
They all, mate, that was the funnest thing to be a part of. Well, not really be a part of it, but just be in the room
Be
witnessing
in
it.
it.
It was unbelievable. We'll do that this
you
year when
just-
you guys win. So,
Are you just getting maggot with them too, or are you?
nah, I can't really when I'm working.
Is
But
that your formal answer? No.
Yeah.
yeah, that's the media will
Come on, mate,
make us
yeah.
split this out. Nah, you can't really do that. You know, if I've knocked off early, yeah, for sure, have a couple. But we'll do that for sure when you in the grand final.
Yeah. Can
this
you
year.
guys just win it this year for the shareholders, mate?
Best thing about it is you can play the final here.
Yeah.
The way that they don't have it in Sydney, it goes to whoever's home it is.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, that's big time.
2011.
Play that track. Hey, mate, thanks for coming on board. You were good.
Thank you so much for having me, and thanks for the shareholders. I hope I'm received in a positive way.
Yeah. Do you want us to send your hate mail to you or your agent?
Yeah, just to my agent. Name's Samuel Burke.
Are you a shareholder?
I am a shareholder.
He has to be a shareholder. Mate, that was great. Good luck for 2024. We are Red shareholders. Get around them. We need big things, and then you'll make the Wallabies this year, mate. I promise you.
Berkey said so it'll happen.
Thank you. Yeah. Cheers, mate.
Thanks, bruh. Good to see ya.